What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful day. I know it's a wonderful day over here. Today is Tuesday, May 23rd, 2023. It's approximately 1:55 p.m. Eastern Time, depending on where you're at. So today is a very interesting day. We finally exited a little bit of a consolidation range. Going straight into the charts before we catch a little bit of the excitement. So if we're looking at, let's go ahead and open up the 15-minute chart. So within yesterday's stream, we were not anticipating too much of the action. We were expecting it to stay within the range. Late in the PM session, we took out some buy-side liquidity, but still remained inside of the larger range. And as noted in yesterday's live stream, we were trading at a premium of the range, and you can see that it immediately repriced downward. Geez, let's see really quick. Alright, we'll just go ahead and keep this open. Alright. Expecting for there to be some kind of down move right now. That's why I'm kind of watching this at the moment. So for those of you following Twitter, we tweeted earlier in the morning, right around the New York Open, that we had just taken out sell side liquidity and that we were hovering right below an order block, and we were kind of just watching what we were going to do. Considering the fact that I don't like to take any kind of positions prior to or after taking out sell side liquidity or buy side liquidity, and since we had just taken it out, we were, kind of seeing what we were going to do within the new week opening gap that was formed on May the 21st, and you can see that we kind of bounced in there for a while until we continued downward. And you can see that price action on the 15-minute chart and the 5-minute respected that order block quite well. The one we had marked up, and again, if you're not familiar with it, we were tweeting it actively on Twitter just as price action was unfolding. So it was nice to see that reaction from that level down to the downside, and then get a little bit of a retracement into the imbalance, and then continue downward. You can see that on the 15-minute chart, we created some kind of order block with those two consecutive up-close candles, which are white in our charts, bottom right-hand corner in the 15-minute chart. And then now we're hovering along that the bottom side of the order block. Now, what I'm expecting here is further downside. I had tweeted out earlier that there was some kind of divergence between the YMM and ESM, and that was holding true until we had another nice push down, and there is some kind of divergence there still, but we don't know if there's going to be a continuation down to the downside. One thing that I want to note is that on the daily chart, we do have some two relative equal lows. I'm going to pull it up on the top right. We need to be aware of, right? So what I'm talking about is these two down close candles. We want to keep an eye on this level. Now, how long does it take to get there? I'm not an expert at predicting that kind of stuff, but just know that it's anticipated that we may be reaching for that level, considering that the seasonal tendency of May tends to be bearish. So it would be interesting to see whether or not that narrative will play out, especially with some relative equal lows at approximately 4112 level, which is a nice round level for right above the 4100 level. So yeah, we'll keep that in mind in our back pocket as price reacts to this level or not. So again, we may not hit it, but long term, I do expect it to touch that level at some point. right? Is it maybe that we want to take out this buy side liquidity first? Go ahead and take that eye out there. And then is it that we want to take out that buy side liquidity first before reacting down? I don't know, and I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that, but as of right now, I kind of just want to concentrate on what is near term. As you can see here on the 1 minute chart, I'll go ahead and put this back to the 5. On the 1 minute chart, I'll go ahead and take out some of these levels for clarity. And then this guy, I'll just move him aside for now. You know what, we'll just delete him. And then we'll go. So the two magenta lines that you're seeing here is on the 15-minute chart is the down wick on the two consecutive up close candles, which is the lower portion of the what we're calling an order block. It will act heavy on price and act as a wall unless we decide to displace very rapidly, considering the fact that we've already swept some liquidity. But we'll just monitor that as we go on this session. Nice little reaction there, but that's not enough for us to get too excited about things, right? So okay, so this large balance here, I want to say it's from the 15-minute chart, an old imbalance, or no, that was actually a breaker that we had marked up a long time ago. So we'll go ahead and take that out, and we'll take this guy out. Those are from previous sessions, and then this guy, I believe, nice little imbalance there. You can see that price is still holding it up. Lower that music down a little bit, just in case if it's a little too obnoxious right now. Making my analysis feel a little bit more excited than what it needs to be. We'll take this guy out, and then we'll take this text out. I replaced it with a new week opening gap from previous sessions. Alright, so you can see that imbalance is holding price up right now. I wouldn't say it's holding it up too much, but you can see that there was some kind of little reaction after taking out a little bit of the sell side of that gap. So that's nice to see. I want to keep an eye on this level right here, this imbalance. Again, I'm looking at these two magenta lines, see how price reacts to this level. If we want to continue upward, or not continue upward, but market structure shift to the upside, I want to make sure that this gap right here is possibly inverted before I would even consider taking a position to the upside. But we'll, again, if that happens in this session, we'll go ahead and monitor that as it happens. But right now you can see that price is fairly well resisting right now. Alright, so now we have a somewhat clean chart, and we can continue to analyze. I'm going to go ahead and jump back to the 1 minute chart, see how we're right there. You see a little small, temporary market structure shift with a little imbalance there. It's acting nicely, reacting nicely to that. But I want to see that act as a resistance before I would actually consider a long. Okay, so there's that 5 minute imbalance. Alright, let's see here. What do we have? So let's focus a little bit in the charts and see what we can get, whether or not we can get a trade. It's been a quiet day or so. I mean, as of yesterday. So we'll go ahead and look up the 1 hour. See the displacement, nice. Got some sell side liquidity at this candle, which is the top of that fair value gap. I'm going to move this over to the 12 o'clock and you'll see that we actually took out the previous day low and the low of Sunday. Very nice price action. Keep an eye on this low right here. Nice little area of liquidity and the consequent encroachment of that candle, which comes at approximately 41.63. Going into the 4-hour chart, we can see that we're hitting an area of consolidation. So could this be possibly, let's see where we are at. Where we are, we're approximately at the 50% or equilibrium of that large upswing. So we're close, very close to discount. Right after taking out some buy side liquidity. So buy side liquidity, market structure shift downward, now at the equilibrium of the leg up. So that would mean we would have to see what it does at the event horizon. Let's check out the weekly, see how the weekly is doing. We'll hide some of these drawings. So the weekly, you can see that we're at this imbalance between this close, which would be 4304.75, and this open, which would be at 4214.50. See that really nice price action is being held below that level. Nice little consolidation between the range of the high, the low. Right now we're at a premium on the weekly. Going back to the daily. It's that high I was talking about at 42.44 of this candle right here, that up close candle. It didn't go quite as high as I wanted it to. Wanted to hit the consequent encroachment of that candle. It didn't get there. And you can see this upswing which shifted market structure, and now we're right here. Level of interest. I want to see if price is supported somewhere in there. So right now, what I'll do, see, we went into that imbalance. Bring those lines back. Nice little reaction to the new day opening gap formed on the 18th of April, the high of that new day opening gap, in confluence with the up consecutive candles, which we're considering the order block, and then the imbalance. So as of right now, it's kind of somewhat respecting it, but it could be that, this is now forming a smaller range, and we might go sideways since it's already taken a lot of sell side out. But I don't know. As of right now, we'll just go ahead and monitor it, see what it does. Nice little reaction. 3, 2. So there's a little reaction to the 2. I'm tempted to take in a short right here. A little aggressive, but we'll see. We can get a down close candle there. I want it close. I wanted a full body close. And I like how the 2-minute chart looks. I like the 2-minute chart to continue downward. This is very risky, but I think for the sake of our anticipation of a reaction off of this level, I think it's a fair assessment. Might be wrong here, but I like the way it looks. So here with the 2-minute candle closing, jump down, enter there. I'm going to look at entering another position. So I'll immediately put it right here. All right. That's a little nice reaction. Up 3 ticks. I want to see it take out this sell side liquidity. I don't want it to play nice. I want it to immediately go down. Alright. So I want to see it just pierce through that sell side liquidity and just kind of do what I want it to do. If it doesn't do that here, I wouldn't want it to go up. Get out now. No, it's not. Alright. So here, I want to see it. Go back to the 2-minute chart where I first anticipated it. See if I can get another entry. Looking at this sell side liquidity right now. See if we can take this out at least. That's what I'm anticipating. Right now our stop is a little bit, it's at 5 handles. I'm looking for another entry somewhere here. Mark up this imbalance. So we'll go ahead and take this out. We know we're trading at the bottom side of that. Order block which we're considering. Let's see it come in here. I want it to bounce up. I want it to go straight down. Nice little scalp. So you're going to give me an opportunity to get another one in there. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Oh, that's a nice little. Alright. So go ahead and take that out. Alright, cool. So there you can see I accidentally pressed the sell button again. I have these hotkeys that I have set up on my mouse that allows me to get in and out of positions. That was my fault. You can see it's a quick little scalp. Okay, and I can anticipate it for it to go a little bit lower. That's fine. What freaked me out a little bit right now is that hotkey. Still getting a little used to it, but yeah. So nice little scalp. A little up for the day. Not too bad, but fairly cool. All right, I was anticipating for there to be a little bit more price action out here, but it's fine. All right, so that's that. Now we go ahead and monitor how it reacts to this level. So remember, we were looking for the sell side to be swept. It's taken out. There's some additional sell side here. Got taken out. And we want to see right now whether or not there will be additional sell side taken out here, which I anticipate it will. Nice little 15-minute reaction. Right. I want to see it pierce right through that. If it's going to continue downward, I want to see it pierce right through this magenta line. Okay, and there it is. Okay, so nice little reaction there. I can see, gotta be careful here, because if it doesn't pierce right through, it might just bounce up and slap you in the face, right? But let's see here. We don't want to see it go past this level here. We wanted to see it remain heavy. And take it out. See if it wants to take it out. Should just go through. Unless it's the consequent encroachment of this down close candle, but I don't know about that. I don't like that. That's not like, that's a 5-minute chart, so it really doesn't hold strength. But still got to be careful because usually if it's a low resistance liquidity run, it'll just shoot right through. So here, if you're interested in taking a short, I would see this as a little range. Go up here. So okay, so let's just say you wanted to be aggressive, now it took you out, that's fine, right? Okay, now we want to see, okay, did it want to take internal liquidity before getting external liquidity? I don't know. You know, being down here, it's already kind of capturing, I guess that would be kind of like a chasing price action if you were trying to get up here really aggressive. You know, if you really know what you're doing, then you know you can capture it there and have your stop losses set, whatever, but expect that there would be, and have an anticipation that it would react to some kind of internal liquidity. And you can see that it reacted very nicely to internal liquidity, and now it may go to the external liquidity, which there's a change in the state of delivery, which we can take a short there. And there, you'd expect it not to go back up here. So here is the change in the state of delivery, but you want to be very careful here because it may go against you really fast, right? So I want to see it take out this low really aggressively. If it's not going to take it, I'm going to go ahead and close out. Really aggressively? No, no. Doesn't want to do it. So I'm expecting, if it goes down, expecting 41.61. 41.61 to be taken out. It has to go aggressively. Okay, 41.61. 5 ticks, 6 ticks. I'm risking a little bit too much here. I'm gonna go ahead and get out right here. That's fine. I'm okay with like little ticks here and there, but 41.61 is my target. 41.61. And the reason why I'm getting out of these positions so fast is just because this live stream it gets me a little bit nervous. As you can see, I already had a hiccup with the whole in-out position on the hotkey, and I don't want to risk it anymore, right? So there's your other one, and that's 41.66, 41.65. So I want to see it go through 41.61. 41.61 would be nice. All right, so 41.61. Here. Let's go ahead and navigate our way through the 15-minute chart. Let's make this a little larger. Yeah, this whole live stream thing is a whole different other type of nervousness for me. I'm still kind of getting used to it. So I'm going to be in and out of positions very hesitantly, just because there's a lot of pressure. But I'm still going to remain with my calls as they tend to happen. I'm just not going to be in a position. So If we feel very comfortable with the position, then we'll hold it. But as of right now, I'm not confident enough. All right, so on live stream. All right, so we're going to change this up to. I want to see the equilibrium. So that equilibrium, that red line that we're seeing, is the consequent encroachment of that down close candle on the hourly chart that we were just talking about, or the 15-minute chart. Okay, so I want to see if price can get down to that level at least. If not, my price projection is going to be 41.61. If it's really bearish. Go down to the 15-second chart. I would advise, if you're not comfortable with heavy, or not heavy, but fast price action, 15-second chart is very aggressive. Okay, so there's that price action down to 41.63, 41. That's pretty cool. All right, I want to see it go right to that, at least the consequent encroachment. Let's go ahead and go to the 1-minute chart. We're seeing that 41.64.50 currently trading. I want to see it slice right through that 41.61 level if it's going to do it. If it's extremely bearish, just like it has been, then I want to see it go right through it with low resistance liquidity run. Alright, so we're approaching the consequent encroachment of that 15-minute candle. And then you can see that our projected, let's see here, we can get a projection here. I'm going to get it from here. Get a nice alignment of price. You know, I would say. Okay, we're approaching that 41.61. I want to see it go right through it. 41.61. Let's see if we can get it. You can see that there's a little bit of hesitation at that consequent encroachment, which is the 41.62.75 level, but I want to see it go right through this. So we'll go ahead and mark this here. Scrunch that up a little bit. Oh, it looks like we already got it. All right, cool. We're zooming out and we already got the 41.61. So we've already passed that 41.61 level. That's great. All right, so 41.61 has been achieved. It's a nice little target. Cool. Do I feel bad about missing that trade? Sure. Yes, absolutely. But again, like I said, it's worth my it's not worth the headache, is what I'm going to describe it as. To sit here on live stream, have an anticipated nervousness just because I have a trade on. I am calling it in front of you guys just to, as I see it pan out, but you know, for me to sit there and start getting sweaty palms and whatnot just because of this live stream, it's not worth it on my end. I will sit with you guys here and walk it through, but your discretion, right? So if you're new to this channel, again, this is not financial advice. This should be taken as entertainment purposes only. please understand that I am a beginner trader that has begun my trading journey after having a few lessons or going through a mentorship of the Inner Circle Trader. I have been proven to be consistent in profitability, but for whatever reason, this new challenge that I have, the Topstep Trading Combine, it has been a little bit of a learning curve to get adapted to the platform itself. And so as we're talking, you can see that the price action is now going to the previous high of the that we had marked up a while back. Okay, so that's really good. And then you can see that it maybe wants to gravitate towards the new day opening gap, and then that imbalance that we have left on the chart, which is from the 5-minute chart, I want to say. 5-minute chart, old imbalance. So I like to leave a lot of these imbalances there just in case I think if they're relevant or not. But really nice price action. Really lending good towards downside and whatnot. So yeah, back to what I was saying. I began my journey. I have 3 to 5 years experience, give or take. There's a lot of gray area there just because a lot of the time that I spent was learning other concepts other than the Inner Circle Trader concepts, right? When I came across his concepts, it was a game changer. So that's when I decided, after a couple years of actually testing out his methods and successfully earning a funded trading account, I decided, hey, what if I documented live or journaled my progression live? And so Elemental Node was created. So I'm glad to have you guys witness my success or failure at this new trading journey, and I'm happy to have y'all on board and see where this takes us as we learn together. And please be patient with a lot of the things that I do. There's a lot of thought that I put behind things, and I have a tendency to have a perfectionist type of attitude, but that works against me as well, just because trades like this, I just don't want to. It's a lot, right? So, and not only that, the aesthetics of the platform, the aesthetics of everything that we're putting out there, our content. If you haven't already, please follow us on Instagram, Twitter. All the handles are the same, which is at Elemental Node. And we'll continuously be putting out content out there for inspiration, education, and support for beginner traders, amateur traders, professional traders, or whoever wants to follow us. We're there to support not only through trading, but also through help and guidance and support for those who have lost trades and you just want to be able to talk to somebody or whatnot, because I know it's a tough world out there, and especially with the economy and inflation of how everything's happening, it's tough out there, guys. And a lot of you all want to join a community and you don't know who to believe, and I understand that. I've been there, done that, and it's tough. And it's really tough, and it's hard to find somebody that's really transparent. And here at Elemental Node, I think that we want to thrive on providing transparency from the beginning. There's no fluff here. There's no type of if and or then. It is what it is. I mean, analysis. It's funny, right? Because analysis can be if and or then, right? Very algorithmic. But what I'm trying to say is, like, there's no fluff in it where we're just, out there just hyping ourselves just because we made $1,000 trade or whatever. Or, there's going to be losses as well, and we want to be very transparent. And especially if you're a beginner trader and trying to get into this industry, you want to know that, what it's like to get, your heart to race, sweaty palms. You start sweating, start feeling nervousness, you start feeling anxiety, and those are things that were never discussed when I was beginning, and it's hard. So now that we've taken, going back to the charts, now that we've taken this move down, I mean, there's no need to FOMO or fear missing out anymore. I mean, if you missed it, you missed it. Right? We missed the move down up here. We were anticipating. We were talking about it. We were talking about it being resistance to the new day opening gap. And if it wants the next new day opening gap, that's fine. There's another day. Another day to achieve your targets. There's no reason to go in here and beat yourself up because you missed it. Right? So, was there plenty of opportunity to get in? Sure. Go to the 1 minute channel, 1 minute candle chart, and see where we took that little minimum trade entry, changes the state of delivery, went down, exited, fine. Continued going down. We call it the 4161 level, and it surpassed that, and very beautifully. So we're currently at 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, and we're about halfway through our session. So let's observe what price wants, and if it gives us another opportunity, then we'll go ahead and analyze it. But as of right now, I think the majority of the move has already happened. Might be wrong, but let's observe. Alright guys, alright, so going back to the chart, I want to see if it wants that new day opening gap at 41.48.75. That doesn't mean that I'm going to enter a trade or anything, but I just want to observe whether or not it wants that additional liquidity. Because as of right now, it hasn't really had a reaction to show that there's interest at these prices. Sure, there's a little minor retracement, but it's nothing major. You can see that the 5-minute chart just formed 2 consecutive up candles. But that's about it. You want to be careful here because we've already gone into a pool of liquidity, and right now you're in a discount of this little small range. So unlike this area up here where, you know, there was an immediate reaction to a volume imbalance and there was a change in state of delivery and we were able to capture a little small move to the downside, here it might not be the case. Already dipped into a imbalance, retraced, came back down, discount, acting lethargic, slow. Sure, there's an liquidity pull down here, but may chop in here before taking it out later. Okay, nice little reaction. You can see where I was telling you to be careful. It's just we're in a very tricky area. See that minute candle is about to close in 5 seconds. We're at 2:45 p.m. Eastern Time, approximately 3/4 of a way through our session. Here's where I would expect it to be taken, the low to be taken out if it was going to go from internal to external liquidity. So on the minute chart, if it wants to go for that low, that's the high that it just took it out. Well, it didn't just take out, but that's the high that it just reacted to. And I want to see it just take out these two candles low, and I want to see it go straight to the new date opening gap. So you can see that it's in discount right now, but coming from premium, I want it to aggressively go down. Low resistance liquidity run. Again, I'm not participating in it, especially not right now, just because it's already moved quite a bit for the day. We go and we see if our price, let's see here, price projection. You can see that the one standard deviation from that range was already taken out. Hit that imbalance, hovering right above the new day opening gap. That's fine, but that's enough of a move. This is where Bid's price action is a little stubborn. You can see that if it was a low resistance liquidity run, that low would have already been taken out. There's nothing else here. It's just all slow and gonna accumulate a little bit more before it decides to do something else. Maybe the 315 to 345 session you'll have a little nice push down to hit that additional liquidity at 41.48.75, 41.48.25. New day opening gap that was formed on the 15th of May. I wouldn't expect much more than that. That's if it wants it. Alright guys, so it's 3 p.m. Eastern Time, which would conclude our end of our session from 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Thursday. Just to summarize a little bit of what happened today is there was a little bit of a reaction. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. Just to recap for today, we were anticipating a little bit of reaction from the order block, which we got. Went down, created another order block, rebalance into the imbalance into the lower end of the 2 consecutive up close candles, which creates our order block, and immediately repriced down towards the low, which was sell side liquidity at 41, approximately, what is that, 41.61 is what we were expecting. Went through, and currently we're meandering through on the lower time frames. But I think that today was a good session, although it was a little bit more animated than I expected. But it was nice to see that we had some kind of reaction to that new day opening gap that was created on the 18th of April. Other than that, I guess if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Twitter is where we're actively engaged throughout the entire day, just actively tweeting levels that we assume are interest. So, alright, well, y'all have a good weekend, or good week, I should say, and join us tomorrow. Thank you guys.